Men.
Oh, it's coming from that way. Is that you?
Sorry.
There's people trying to get in the building, and I swear they just said, yeah, they're in here or they're here. Tonight I'm here investigating one of the UK's oldest asylums. So these buildings were built in the Victorian period with the idea of removing these people from workhouses, offering them fresh air, good food, water and exercise, believing that that would help heal their minds. These buildings were also built to look like stately homes from overcrowded populations to give them a more relaxing feel, avoiding noise population and the risk of disease. Unfortunately, many of these asylums ended up being places of abuse, including the one I'm standing in tonight. In 1841, a report was wrote here that said that restraints such as handcuffs, leg locks, and straight waistcoats were being used. He also found that 30 to 40 patients were chained down during the daytime to seats or even put in water closets. A worker here informed the inspector that his work here was more therapeutic and much better than what it was when he worked in a workhouse, and that's because apparently they had regular toilet breaks here, so they didn't have to live in filth. In 1883, an extension was built housing an additional 825 patients, which allowed for 2 separate areas, one being for males and one being for females. In 1889, it was reported that on Ward 14, it only had 2 water closets, 5 sinks and 1 bath, and that was for 93 female patients. It was also noted in a report that in 1937, no repairs had been done on this building dating all the way back to 1915, and only 50% of the building had heating running through it, and the whole building only had lukewarm water. From this point on, they slowly closed the sections of the asylum. The last section to close were the children's psychiatric unit and the alcohol treated unit, which closed in the 2000s. Part of the building have now been converted into apartments and houses, but the main section, known as the villa, has been left abandoned, rotting away, taking away its troubling history with it. So tonight I'm actually here with 2 people who've investigated here before and have said it was so terrifying that they would never return.
So I've actually investigated this place twice now, and both times have been absolutely terrifying. So on our first investigation, it just started off as just like an everyday investigation where we'd come here, try and talk to normal spirits, but what we later figured out was a lot more than just a normal spirit.
So I've returned here tonight, and I've been here twice before. I don't want to really talk about it, but I got scratched on my back. Spirit talker, I was holding it in my hand like this, and Josh was standing right in front of me, and something pushed it out my hand. Luckily I had it stringed onto my fingers. And also my mate, he got scratched on his shoulder on here as well. We both saw a full body apparition down the end of the corridor, and as well on the EVP we had "I'm coming for you," and then I asked, "Are you a patient here?" and instantly said yes.
So I've got to ask you both, why have you come back here tonight?
Because you wanted to come here.
I did want to come here. And I also have a theory. So you know you said "I'm coming for you,"
Yes.
the EVP, and then you saw the full body apparition, you've been scratched here,
Yeah.
you've had some awfully scary things happen. Do you think it's all this one patient?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Because also don't forget, some patients that were here might have been criminals, they might have had
Well, this asylum, I think, if I remember correctly, was the first asylum to be introduced to shock therapy. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
So maybe it was very traumatic for a lot of patients.
Yeah.
Seeking revenge, maybe.
I think tonight, if you two are okay, obviously I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, maybe we try and find out who that spirit was.
Yeah.
And what it is they want, why are they still here?
Well, we tried both times.
But then I also asked on the spirit box, "Is there anything demonic here?" And he said yes to it. And then that's when they pushed it out my hand.
So do you think it could be demonic?
Yeah.
You do?
believe
It's
so,
either demonic or a seriously negative energy.
yeah. There's something dark here.
Let's try and find out, guys.
Let's find out.
Let's go.
Right, I'm not going to do like a full walk around because as you can see it's in quite a bad state, but I will show you the best that I can. And OGs of the channel might know I did actually film here about 3 years ago. It was like my second ever video on the channel. Hello, my name's Lottie and welcome to my channel. So again today we have come to a different location and that is Ridgeley Asylum. And if you've seen that, you'll know that this is looking a lot worse than it was back then, which is so sad. As you guys know, we absolutely hate hooligans on this channel. If you're someone that goes around destroying buildings like this, then literally have a word with yourself and get a life. It's just weird behaviour. But I will say, it has got a spooky feeling. I do feel a bit nervous walking around. I mean, the guys are just down there. I'm being brave. As you guys know, I promised this year I'm going to try and be braver, not be as scared. The sun is about to set as well. So I can only imagine once it's properly dark here, it's going to feel a lot worse. And obviously the history of this place, you know, we know the patients here were treated in a really poor way, which is just heartbreaking. You know, they were put here to be taken care of. They thought that they could trust, you know, putting their family and their friends here. And that sadly was not the case. But there's really not too much to show you guys. It's just completely ruined, and it looks like there might have recently been some fire here as well. There's a lot of burnt things that the guy said wasn't here before. Were they? Oh, sugar. Yeah, no, it was this way. I thought I was lost already. Yeah, no, they're straight down there. But I'm gonna meet back up with the guys now. And I think we might, to be honest, just jump straight into this investigation. I hope they're still down there. Yes, I can see their light. But I want to try and get to the bottom of what it was they were talking to in this location and why it scared them so much. Because, you know, we've had Josh on the channel quite a few times and he doesn't get scared, he doesn't get affected. So I'm intrigued, it's piqued my interest. And when he said this place was so scary, he'd never come back, I was like, well, sorry, but you're gonna go back and you're gonna take me because I'm curious. But before we get into this investigation, make sure you do like, comment and subscribe because as you know, it massively helps the channel. Gotta say, obviously I've not investigated it as in depth as you guys. It does have a off feeling in here, doesn't it? I do feel a bit nervous. I don't know if it's because of what you guys have said, but I do feel a bit on edge. What I will say is we've come here tonight to communicate. My name's Lottie. The people I'm with have been here and they've had some quite scary and sinister things happen. So I will ask that you do not harm any of us here tonight. We just want answers.
Right, when me and this guy here are not going to mention our names, Lottie.
Okay.
Yeah. Unlike last time we done
I
that.
know, I can't keep my mouth shut.
We're not going to mention our names in this episode. Not tonight. And I'm hoping when we pull out devices later on, you'll be able to remember us.
How are you both feeling?
Shaky.
Shaky.
Very.
I just had footsteps behind us.
Yeah.
If you are here and you can hear and understand us, can you make a distinctive noise? When I say distinctive noise, can you make 2 knocks? Because I'm just thinking if it is this intelligent, you know, entity, maybe demonic.
Yeah.
You know, they should be able to make a distinctive sound, you know?
Yeah.
Could you copy what I can do?
Now, we need to know if that was the building or if that was paranormal and you're trying to communicate. If that was you, can you make that noise again? Right, so what I've got to say is so far we've got a demonic bird.
Got to the bottom.
Oh, right.
Oh no.
I think as well, don't forget, obviously we're here tonight. You guys have had your wild experience. It might be a bit different tonight because you've got female energy as well. Obviously it can be different.
We spoke about that, didn't we?
Yeah. How about we go to the room at the end where you got that EVP and we ask in there and just see if it's any different. Then maybe, because a lot of it was upstairs, is that right?
A lot of it was upstairs.
The majority of the activity was upstairs, but to end the episode, we weren't even going to end the episode down here. We just came here because you had a bad vibe about that end room, yeah?
Yeah, it did.
So I was like, do you know what, we'll go down, we'll do an EVP and then we can move on to other things,
Yeah.
Went down to an EVP and that's when we got the responses that we didn't want to hear.
Okay, so we've come into the end room where they've got that really sinister EVP. What we're actually going to do is play that now as like a trigger to see if that does get the spirit to come and talk. We're then going to whack on the spirit box that they've used here before to see again if that could be some sort of link. And hopefully the same spirit is here and they can repeat that EVP, because that would be incredible.
It was literally, we were stood by the door pretty much. That was literally like,
I'm coming for you. And to me, female?
It sounded female.
Sounds...
sorry. Let's do it again.
I would say it sounds female. So if that spirit is here that said, I'm coming for you, we're back and we're here to communicate. We're now going to turn a device on and we want you to repeat that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? What?
What's that on there?
It's just the light. I know what you're looking at, it's just the light, I promise you.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Really loud.
That's 3 pounds. 4.
Should we go see if someone's there? Just to see if we can debunk that sound.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to go and have a look what the hell that was. Because it sounded it was from here, wasn't it?
Sounded above us, you know.
Above?
It sounded to me like it was above.
No, it doesn't sound above to me, you know.
Did it not?
No, it sounded like above this. Yeah.
Like banging on the walls or something on this floor.
Because is this where we come in?
Yes.
Yeah.
This way?
You turn right, the door frame there.
Hello?
Is there someone here? Hello? Yeah, I heard the tapping as well.
Bizarre. Got to check if that was, do you know what I mean, someone.
Yeah.
But that was very distinctively, do you know what I mean? Because that noise, I hope it picked up, it was like, doom, doom, do you know what I mean? It's loud.
Very loud, yeah.
So again, I'm just saying if there's no one here, then interesting. Could be going off what the guys have said, you know?
Hello?
That's a dog. Odd. You know what's interesting though? We did just play that EVP,
Yeah.
didn't we?
And it was 4 bangs.
It was like they were simultaneous.
Yeah, there was, yeah.
So it was like boom, boom, boom. They all like equal gaps between them.
Mm-hmm. Is anyone here? Did you just knock? odd. I think let's go back down, put the spirit box on and see if maybe we can say, you know, was that you?
Yeah.
If so, how many knocks? Was it 4?
4.
So if we ask that question, it says 4. That could be interesting. Yeah?
Let's go.
Was that you?
This is the one.
Is the one? I thought it said your name. I thought it said explore a lot.
What did you say?
That.
He's back.
Or back.
Back,
He's back.
He's back.
Who's back? Can you say our name?
I was a hi.
Are you? Can you say any of our names? That just say you've got 20%.
I think so, yeah.
My camera battery's on 20%.
Is it?
Yeah, go and have a look. Yeah, it's on 20%, and I was like,
That
I've
did
got,
say that's 20%.
I've got enough for this section that I've changed my battery. Interesting. Are you on about my camera?
Them loud bangs we heard. Can you tell us how many there were if that was you? Was it you making the sounds?
I'm not sure.
Are you happy that these two have come back here? What's that?
I don't know.
Is that you?
Are you glad that we've come back?
Push.
Push upon, is it?
Push upon. Did you enjoy being a patient here? Was this a happy place for you?
Can you possibly tell me your name?
Down in the crypt.
Down in the crypt?
Was there a crypt there?
There must have been,
There must
yeah.
have been, yeah, to the hospital.
There must have been a morgue. Yeah, there
Yeah.
must have been.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be tunnels, I'm assuming, under this.
Yeah, I assume so, yeah.
Down in the
Oh, yeah, they're down in the crypt, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's down in the crypt?
Have you got any advice for us this evening while we're communicating? Get down.
Get down, yeah.
Is there something below?
Should we be worried tonight?
Hated.
Hated. You tried.
Were you one of the patients that got given the electric shock therapy? The electropulsive?
Remember, they probably wouldn't have known it as that as well. They probably would have just been like,
that's
let's
true.
go for your treatment, make you feel better.
Yes,
You know,
true,
they
yeah.
wouldn't know it as those terms. I wouldn't have thought.
Were you mistreated in here?
I'm home. Because some people lived here for years and years and years.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
would have been their home, wouldn't it?
But like you said in the start, this would have been like a safe sanctuary, not a mental asylum.
That's how it was portrayed. You go to this grand building in the
Yeah.
countryside, you know, there's nothing around here, and they're here to heal their minds. And that's how it was originally built and set up for.
Yeah.
But there was so many patients, there was not enough people working here, which, you know, awful. And like I said, the reports, it said that like they saw like 20 to 30 people like basically tied down,
Yeah.
you know, against their will. People were handcuffed, had their feet
Feet locked,
tied. People were left in water baths as well to calm them down, and
Yeah, they were trapped in
awful,
there.
yeah, so awful things happened. Right, so we've actually discovered that there is a basement, and don't forget it was saying for us to go down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the morgue, so I wonder if any of this would have led Do you know what I mean? Somewhere.
Oh, God.
Is it really bad?
No. What is this?
Oh. Whoa.
We didn't come here last time, did we, Josh?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't even know this place existed.
No. So we've just come downstairs and we seen a corner to go round, so we thought we'd follow it, and it's led us to the basement.
Tell you what, guys, shall we pop on the spirit box down here? Because it basically kind of said like to go down, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we found, you know, some part of the basement. Now, does this connect anywhere? It's flooded, so we can't
Yeah.
really get down. But normally there's tunnels running all through these, isn't there? Especially because there was multiple buildings. They would have had to have had a way to connect.
That's our system.
Yeah. What's in there? Is it really flooded? It's quite flooded, isn't
It's
it?
going to be slippy as anything as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Spooky. Isn't it creepy, guys? So, we were just communicating with someone upstairs, and we think that whoever it was wanted us to come down. This is as far down as we can find.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here?
Gin.
Gin. Isn't a gin a type of...
Alcohol, yeah.
No.
Both of us.
Yeah.
A gin is a type of, like, evil spirit.
Sorry.
Gin, yeah.
You went straight to booze, Joss.
I don't drink, I promise.
Oh my gosh. I think we found something out about these first night, didn't we? Right.
No, gin is like an evil entity.
Yeah.
Innit? Yeah.
Are you here? Were we right to come down here?
Hello? Was that like a
Maybe it was like a hello.
Like a quick one.
Could you possibly tell me your name? I thought like a George.
Did you say?
I thought it was
George.
I kind of missed this, so I'm not going to say what I thought I heard. So
What did you think you heard?
George, but I missed it though.
George.
I
Is your
thought-
name George? That was weird.
Oh, very
Oh,
well.
yeah, that. Were you a patient in here?
That was like someone went like...
Yeah. Bottom.
Breath again, mate.
Who's trying to breathe?
Mum. Right.
Mum.
Those are my eyes.
Mom and my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite sad, that, you know. There was a children's psychiatric ward here.
Yeah, it was one of the last units to close.
Just want to say that is dripping noise.
Yeah,
from
that's
the
just
wall.
Yeah.
That's quite sad, that.
Yeah.
Mum and my eyes.
Have you got anything that you want to say? We don't mean you any harm. We just want to know who you are and why you're here.
It's
This.
Was the treatment not the nicest of things for you?
episode.
Episode. Well, yeah, they would have had treatment if they had an episode.
Yeah.
Like if they were screeching. That's what it said in the report. If they were like screeching, they'd tie them up,
Yeah.
basically.
God, that drip.
Did this place heal you?
Real.
Did it heal you like they promised it would?
I just had a whistle. I just
No,
had.
it was the drip, mate. It was really high pitch. It was
Was
like,
No, it was.
what was it?
Yeah. It wasn't a.
Not that.
Wait, did you just whistle again?
I whistled.
Oh my god! Oh, no. Right, I don't know about you, but I feel like it's not as doesn't feel as intense here.
No.
So should we
think-
go back up? Because I mean, they might have been saying about go down, like you know, if they were on about a morgue. This obviously wasn't the morgue.
No.
Now they may have been a tunnel down there. We don't know. They might have passed. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this isn't where patients would have been,
No,
is
No,
it? You
Not
know?
the generator.
No.
No. I don't-
So
Yeah, no.
let's head back up because we can't explore it because it's flooded anyway.
That's it.
You know,
We just stood on it,
we just stood on a concrete block.
basically.
Let's, go back up there and then continue.
Yeah.
Just come back up.
Hello. That's it, Ashley.
Hang on. Men?
Men?
Do you remember us? Do you remember who we are?
Think.
You scared them out last time. Did someone mean to frighten them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you said.
Can you come do it again for us?
Compose.
Compose. Compose, yeah.
Think.
This doesn't feel anywhere near as as it was last time.
No. But the thing is, it can be different every single time you
Well, that's it. When
investigate.
did we investigate? About 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Something like that.
And also, don't forget, certain spirits act up more for males, you know, like the demon house. That, it goes after men in there. Doesn't really bother with females. It might be, and it was a woman's voice on the EVP.
Yeah.
I've got a question. The lady that they heard last time, can you come and talk to me? Here? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you not like men?
No.
No.
That was a no, yeah. It's a quick no.
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 Okay, thank you for confirming that. So are you happy to talk to me tonight?
I couldn't tell if that was angry or hanging.
I
it
thought
was angry.
I heard hang.
Okay.
So hanging, hang maybe. So, were you a patient here, the lady I was talking to? Were you a patient? Did you live here? Was there a male doctor that you didn't like?
They're coming.
Do we remind you of a male doctor in this asylum?
No.
Remember last time we asked it if he was a soldier? There was a soldier here, wasn't it? We were speaking to a soldier.
we did, yeah.
I just remembered that.
I feel like this woman doesn't like men. I don't know for what reason. Is she the one that is? Are you the lady?
Yeah.
Oh. Can you come closer?
You see, this is how it was when me and him came last time. Starts off dead slow. And then shit like that happens. That's the thing he threw.
Someone there. That's odd. Hello? Oh, it's coming from that way. We have. There's people trying to get in the building, by trying to see where we are. Guys, just stay still. Guys, just stay still and listen. Because that's the way we came in. Yeah. Because why would they say that? Do you know what I mean? And they've not come in. You don't think it could be police? Because they don't enter the building, do they?
No, they don't.
They don't. They don't. They wait outside and say you need to leave the premises now. Or like security, they won't come in because they're putting themselves at harm's way because it's a dangerous building.
Should we go out? Yeah. I feel more comfortable getting out.
Whoever it is was outside, seeing where we was. They're in here. You know, they're here.
Yeah. Let's get outside.
Although, wouldn't they have said police?
No.
No.
They just confirmed that we're here.
Oh,
Let's get outside.
shh. Because that was definitely someone. Where the fuck have they gone?
Yeah. Fucking mate. Listen, if I try getting that way, I wanna fucking... Just the longer we stay in here.
Yeah, but if it's police, I don't want to get arrested.
You're not gonna get
Yeah, you're not going to get arrested.